Welcome back! Or should I say welcome to a new series on the channel, or more officially first series on the channel, Doki Doki Literature Club. Now I know this is a quirky little game that at first seems probably more like a dating sim than anything, but I believe it has horror elements to it. So I'm excited to see, and I've heard good things about it, so let's start a new game. Alrighty. See an annoying girl running toward me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. I think I might talk through this. That girl is Sayori, my neighbour and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you'd never see yourself making today, but it's the kind that just works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. But if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me. I don't know about voices. I overslept again. But I caught you this time. Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you. Yeah, you say you like that you're thinking about ignoring me. That's mean, Mulan. Oh. Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think that we're a couple or something. Fine. But you did wait for me after all. It's true. Guess you don't have it in for you to be mean if you want to. Whatever you say, Sayori. Oh, that's me. Whatever you say, Sayori. Alright, we cross the street and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making the daily commute. By the way, Mulan, have you decided on a club to join yet? Oh, maybe the swim club, Sakura's swim club. A club? I told you already, I'm not really interested in joining any clubs. I haven't been looking either. That's not true. You told me you would join a club this year. Did I? I'm sure it's possible that I did in one of our many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's on about. Sayori likes to worry a little too much about me when I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. Yeah, that sounds about right. I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. Fuck you, bitch. Your happiness is really important to me, you know? Yeah, alright, I see what's going on here. And I know you're happy now, but I die at the thought of you becoming a NEET in a few years because you're not used to the real one. What the fuck is a NEET? What the fuck is a NEET, boys? You trust me, right? I don't know, maybe. Don't make me keep worrying about you. Alright. I'll look at a few clubs if it makes you happy. No promises, though. Will you at least promise me you'll try a little? Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that. Yay! Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? More than that, I'm surprised I haven't let myself relent to her? I don't know. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to erase her mind at least a little bit, even if she does exaggerate everything inside of her head. Ooh, scene change, here we go. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. Sayori wants me to check out some clubs. Guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. That's a good choice. Hello! Sayori? Sorry, I must have come into the classroom while I was spacing out. I look around and realize I'm the only one left in the classroom. I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting here and spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. You don't need to wait up for me. It's going to make you late for your own club. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, you know... You know what? Well, that you could come to my club. Sayori. Yeah! There is no way I'm going to your club. Yeah, meanie. Sayori is vice president of the literature club. Uh-oh. But I think we are going there, boys. I think it's a trick. Not that I was ever aware that she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Yeah. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title vice president. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club. Come on, please. Why do you care so much anyway? Well, I kind of told the club yesterday I would bring a new member. And Natsuki made cupcakes and everything. Don't make promises you can't keep. Yeah, bitch. I can't tell if Sarah is really that much of an airhead or if she's cunning as to have planned all of this out. I let out a long sigh. Fine, I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay? Yes, let's go! Alright, here we go. And thus today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. It's a bit quiet now, it's a bit weird. I dejectedly follow... Oh, that's a fucking stupid word. Sayori across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for the third year classes and activities. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. Everyone, the new member is here. I told you, don't call me a new member. I glance around the room. Welcome to the Literature Club. It's a pleasure meeting you. Sayori always says nice things about you. Seriously? You brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Ah, Mulan! What a nice surprise! Alright, she better not turn up much because I don't want to do that voice like every time. Welcome to the club! All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. Oh, that's where that's going. Okay. What are you looking at? Oh, what are you looking at, punk? If you want to say something, say it. Sorry? Natsuki? The girl with the sour attitude whose name is apparently Natsuki is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. She is also the only one who made cupcakes according to Sayori. You can't just ignore her when she gets moody. Sayori says that quietly into my ear, then turns back to all the other girls. Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. Yes, it seems it. And this is Yuri, the smartest in the club. Alright. Don't say things like that. Oh, she's a bit shy, is she? Okay. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. Well, it's nice to meet both of you. And it sounds like you already know Monica, is that right? That's right! It's great to see you again, Mulan! Monica smiles sweetly. Ooh. We do know each other well. We rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Basically completely out of my league. Yeah, sounds about right. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... you too, Monica. Come, sit down, Mulan. We made room for you at the table. You can sit next to me and Monica. I don't know if that's the same voice I used earlier, but that's alright. I'll get the cupcakes. Hey, I made them. I'll get them. So sorry, I got a little too excited. Then how about I make some tea as well? Alright. The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. It's not what the background looks like, but alright. As Sayori mentioned, it's been widened so that there is one space next to Monika and one space next to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room where Natsuki grabs a wrap tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! Oh, wow! Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal dozens of white, fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. Their whiskers are drawn with icing and little pieces of chocolate were used to make ears. Oh, that's cute. So cute! I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki! Well, I just hurry and take one. Sayori grabs one first, then Monika, I follow. It's delicious. Sayori talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around in my fingers, looking at for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. She waiting for me to take a bite. I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavour. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. I'm assuming it's got a mouthful. Thank you, Natsuki. But why are you thanking me? It's not like I... Haven't I heard this somewhere before? Made them for you or anything? Oh. I thought you technically did, Sayori said. Well, maybe. But not for you, dummy. Alright. Chill. I give up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss the conversation. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teacher gives us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. Don't you let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not it. Oh. Insulted Yuri looks away. I meant that, I believe it. I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but at least I enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Oh, boys, we're in with each and every one of them. I can't pick. Monika raises an eyebrow and smiles at me. Monika's jealous now. Okay. So what made you to consider the literature club? I hate this. I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monika that I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet and Sayori seems really happy here, so... That's okay, don't be embarrassed. We'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the literature club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everybody. Monika, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member for any of the major clubs. Weren't you a leader of the debate club last year? Well, to be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity, and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. And if it encourages others to get into the literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream. Monika is really good is a really great leader. Yuri also nods in agreement. Then I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it away. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new. Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone. Yeah! Oh, yeah, I think. We'll do our best. You know it. Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard just to find these three. Maybe that's why they were all so delighted by the idea of a new member joining. Though I still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature. So Mulan, what kinds of things do you like to read? Oh. Well, porn comics. Considering how little I've read these past years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga? I quietly muttered to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. Ooh, boys! Okay, here we go. It looks like she wanted to say something, but she keeps quiet. Okay. Not that much of a reader, I guess. Oh, no. Well, that can change. Oh, that's right, Yuri. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Oh. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favourites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books and not people. But you know, I like a lot of things. Oh. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can be so deliberately can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. Uh-oh, boys. I read a horror book once. I desperately grasped something I can relate to at a minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. The Rock? Dwayne the Rock?
Really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you.
I guess you could say that. But if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. Ugh. I hate horror. Bitch. Oh, why's that? Well, Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second. Never mind.
That's right, you usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What?
What gives you that idea?
You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called... Don't say it out loud! And give that back.
Fine. Your cupcakes, your poems, everything you do is just as cute as you are. Sayori sidles up behind Natsuki and puts her hands on her shoulders. Uh-oh. Alright.
I'm not cute!
Weird. Greater than equal then, so less than. Natsuki, you write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime?
No.
Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Not very confident writer yet. I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart.
Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable to share hers.
I guess it's the same for Yuri. I wanted to read everyone's poems. We all sit in silence for a moment.
Okay! I have an idea, everyone.
Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monica.
Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. And next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way everyone is even.
Oh, did I think I just double clicked. Oh.
Yeah, let's do it. Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it will help us all get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, Mulan?
Monica smiles warmly at me once again. Hold on, there's still one problem.
Well, what's that?
Now that we're back on the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Suri may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and I lose my train of thought. All four girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. Uh-oh.
But...
I'm sorry, I thought...
Mulan...
You all... Oh no, you all... defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? That's it. That is, if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls. Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up.
Yeah, I'm so happy.
So he wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey! You really did scare me there for a moment.
You really just came for the cupcakes, I would be super pissed. Yeah, that makes it official. Welcome to the literature club.
Thanks, I guess.
Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem and bring it to the next meeting so we can all share.
Monica looks over at me once more.
Mulan, I'm looking forward to see how you express yourself.
Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food. Hey Mulan, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together? That's right, Sarah and I never walk home together anymore because she's always stayed at school after school for clubs. Oh yeah. Sure, might as well.
Yay! Yay!
I guess. With that, the two of us depart the club room, and make our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls. Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course, Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in the literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Hard choices. Alright, I'll just need to make the most of the circumstances and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. Tonight. Oh god. Alright. Fuck. Okay. So I've just got to pick one of these first. Okay. Let's pick, I don't know, electricity. Oh, there we go. I made her happy. I want one of these girls, eh? Fear. What? Weirdo? Let's make a funny horror story. Oh shit, okay. This is a tough one, man. I really, this is hard. Vibrant. Crimson. Oh, it's going well. Ooh.
Kawaii!
Dark. Wow, what a fucking creepy chick. Okay. Death. Inferno. Rose. Pure. Starscape. Kitty. Flower. Games. Yeah, we go. You're right, game. Having a bit of trouble there. Horror. Vivid. Comfort. Alright. Well, okay. Well. No. God damn it.
Hi again, Milan. Glad to see you didn't run away on us.
No, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but at least I keep my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out.
Thanks for keeping your promise, Milan.
I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it.
Oh, come on, like he deserves any slack.
Sayori told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year. And last year too. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what. But if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it.
Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room.
Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga.
Manga is literature!
Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. Don't worry, guys. Milan always gives it his best as long as he's having fun. He helps me with busy work without me even asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room. How dependable. Sorry, that's because your room is so messy it's distracting. And you almost set your house on fire once.
Is that so?
You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous.
How come you and Milan can become good friends too?
Sayori. As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she just put me into.
Oh, Yuri even brought you something today, you know? Wait, sorry.
Me?
Not really.
Don't be shy. It's really nothing. What is it? Never mind. Sayori made it sound like a big deal, and it's really not. What do I do?
I'm sorry, Yuri, I wasn't thinking.
I guess that means it's up to me to rescue the situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place, so any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what.
Is that so?
Yeah, I won't make it a big deal if you don't want it to be.
Alright.
Well, here. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention even if you don't usually read. And we could, discuss it if you wanted to. How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you, I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book.
Phew.
Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everybody's settled in, I expect Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Sayori and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more, but at the same time I would feel bad for distracting her from her reading. I catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. It looks like the same book that she lent to me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. Crap. I think she noticed me looking at her. She sneaks another glance at me and our eyes met for a split second. But that only makes her hide her face deeper in her book. Sorry, I was just spacing out. I muttered this, sensing I made her uncomfortable.
Oh, it's fine.
If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place, but I'm just rereading a bit of this, so... That's the book you gave to me, right?
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to reread some of it. Not for any particular reason. Just curious, how come you have 2 copies of the same book? Well, when I stopped at the bookstore yesterday, that's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy 2 of them. Ah, I see. There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decided to let it go. I'll definitely start reading it soon. I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story. Is that so? What is it about anyway? Well, Yuri closes the book and scans her eyes over the back. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. There's an ominous-looking eye symbol on the front cover. Alright. I just wanted to make sure I don't accidentally give anything away. Basically, it's about this girl in high school who moves in with her long-lost young sister. But as soon as she does, her life gets really strange. She gets targeted by these people who escape from a human experiment prison. And while her life is in danger, she needs to desperately choose who to trust. No matter what she does, she ends up destroying most of her relationships and her life starts to fall apart. That's kind of, it's kind of dark, isn't it? Yuri made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so that dark tone came out of nowhere. Yuri gently giggles all of a sudden. Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, Milan? No, it's not that. I mean, I could definitely enjoy those kind of stories, so don't worry. I hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri's into those things. She's so shy and reclusive outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. It's just that those kind of stories, they challenge you to look at life from a different perspective. When horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil, but because they have their own goals, of their own philosophy they believe in. Then suddenly, when you thought you related to the protagonist, they're made out to be the naive one for letting their one-sided morals interfere with the villain's plans. I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything. Well, I guess it's alright then. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts, I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. So I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange, and please stop me if I'm talking too much. I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. The least I could do is listen. It's a literature club, after all. That's true. In fact, I might as well get started reading it, right? You don't have to. Ah, what are you saying? Just a moment ago you said you were looking forward to it. Let me get to the book. I quickly retrieved the book that I put into my bag. Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right? I slip into the seat next to Yuri's. Yeah? Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive. I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to, it's just something I'm not very used to. That is, reading in company with somebody. I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. Alright. I open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel their presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing, maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri is in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead. Sorry. I was just... You really apologize a lot, don't you? I do? I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean... Cringe. Cringe is what this is. Here, this should work, right? I slide my desk until it's up against Yuri's and hold my book more between the two of them. I suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we each lean in a bit over her shoulders, almost touching. It feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn the page. Here. Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. Ah. I do the same with my right arm on the right side of the book. That way I turn the page and Yuri slides it under her thumb after I flip it to her side. But in holding it like this, we're huddled even closer than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face and she's in the corner of my own vision. Are you ready? To turn the page. Sorry. I think I got a bit distracted for a second. I glance over at Yuri's face again and our eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her. That's okay. You're not used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. Look at that little cheeky smile there, boys. It's probably the least I can do, since you've been so patient with me. Yeah. Thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she's finished the page before me, so I turn it by my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her, slide it catches it with her own thumb. Hey, Yuri. This might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. You think so? How does she? Well, I guess she's more blunt in a lot of ways, but she also second guesses all of the things that she says and does, like she's afraid she'll do something wrong. It's not like it's not like I can see it to your head or anything, but they're kind of reminiscent of some of your mannerisms. I see. Oh, is there any point that I can end this? Oh, God. Yuri. But Mulan, that's probably a terrible thing to have in common with her. It's so embarrassing that you think that. Well, wait. I didn't mean it in a bad way or anything. Sorry, I really don't know how you were self-conscious. I didn't know you were self-conscious about that sort of thing. I guess I more meant that's kind of cute. What are you saying all of a sudden?
Okay, everyone. I think it's about time we shared today's poems with each other. We might not have enough time if we wait too long.
Yuri exhales, spared from her finishing her thought.
Is that alright, Yuri? You look kind of down. I'm sorry if you haven't been looking forward to this.
That's not it. It's fine. Yuri releases her hand from the book, causing it to close on top of my thumb. Alright. I guess I'll do some more reading tonight. Or would you prefer I only read it with you?
I guess I don't have too much of a preference either way.
In that case, I'll read a little bit more tonight. It'll be more fun to read with you after it picks up a bit, you know?
That's good reasoning. And in that case, feel free to finish the first 2 chapters in your own time.
Alright. I stand up. I make a mental note of where I left it off in the book and then I slip it back into my bag.
By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night?
Yeah. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before.
Well, now that everybody's ready, why don't you find someone to share it with? I can't wait.
Sayori and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poem series on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. I could already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Yasuko and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. Alright. I think we're going to stop it at this point, boys. Let's save the game. Wow, it's so seamless. Just saved. Alright. And I'll see you all. We'll continue off on the poem next time. Thanks for watching, everybody. I'll see you next time.